There you go.
Here we go. Here we go. Another week of the Homeboys Conversation Podcast. I got my man, Stacks Curry. Say what's up.
What it do? What it do?
Got my man Ayo. What's up?
How you doing, folks?
I got my man T. What's good?
Say the best for last. gang.
Yeah, man, we always have fun every week on here, man. The Homeboys Podcast. You know, this is our first week being able to go public, and also y'all can chime in as we go live on here. Y'all can actually be part of the conversation. We're gonna highlight y'all conversation for anybody that asks anything or say anything about the movie. This week, the movie was Outside the Wire. Outside the Wire was a sci-fi flick with two starting lead black guys. So I guess other than Bad Boys, ain't too many of those out. I actually don't know the guy's name. What's his name, T?
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie and the other guy from Snowfall.
And the other one named something like Idris or something like that.
I guess that's bad. We probably need to get that down pack next time we go live with movies like that. But for that,
we gotta stop practicing on the names.
You're not even American.
Next week, name's gonna be much easier because we already know these characters.
He's not American. I didn't know it.
Yeah. But this week, the movie was outside.
Right about that.
The movie is a sci-fi flick starting 2036. Is based out and supposed to be in Ukraine, the war going on. We do this before every episode to give people a chance to go back and watch the movie if y'all haven't. We don't want to spoil it. Y'all end up listening to us because we literally spoils the whole movie. So if y'all people who enjoy watching the movie and y'all can't listen to us talk about it and it actually spoils the movie for y'all, we always start with opening credits to let y'all know how we feel about the movie ahead of time. Now, Ayo, I'm going to start with you. Know how we do every week. Is it a must-watch? Is it a must-watch for sci-fi people? Is it on the right network? It's a Netflix. So is it a Netflix TV is where it's supposed to be? Or is it just a waste of time?
It's a waste of time to me, honestly. I ain't trying to watch that thing. I had to rewatch.
Hey, Tioma.
It wasn't.
How you feel?
It's on the right network.
It's on the right network.
It's not really a must see. It's a I need something to watch on Netflix because I done ran out of shit to watch. It's one of those type of. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
Stacks Curry, how you feel?
Yeah, it's a Netflix film for sure. Some you would throw on just want to watch it. Like, all right, let me go and just watch this shit, see what this thing about. You probably really watch only like 30 minutes of the movie. After that, you just doing whatever you want to do. So ain't too fond on it.
Can I say something though?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say this. The movie John Wick really messed my grading scale up for action movies because, like, that movie set the bar. So if it ain't giving that, it ain't all. It's not giving much. And this movie wasn't giving nowhere near John Wick.
Okay. I mean, if that's where you buy it, remember that when I say something about a superhero movie. We're going to go right along.
That's different. You petty. Go ahead. Move along because you petty. Go ahead. Move along though. You petty. Go ahead.
I feel like, just like the fella said, I feel like it is also, it's on Netflix. It's not a must watch in my opinion. But you say? I feel like, just like the fella said, I feel like it is also.
Watching it.
It's on Netflix. It's not a must watch in my opinion.
Hey, give me a few, bro. I'm doing this podcast.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's not a must. Yeah, I was doing something else. It's not a must watch. It's a Netflix. If you're into sci-fi, maybe robotics, you actually probably kind of could get into it. It didn't really move me one way or the other. I actually watched it twice to see if it give me different vibes the second time. like I said, if you just looking for something to watch on Netflix, I would suggest it. Still, we're going to get into tackling into the actual movie, actually what goes on. At the beginning of the movie, the guy's sitting there eating jelly beans, flying the drone. They're in war, they're in Ukraine, and the situation where some troops end up getting in the line of fire. They actually end up going, I think they got shot by a truck under a bridge, and the guy who's flying the drone, he actually, seen the truck coming up. I think it was a truck coming up, and they thinking the truck is full of explosive, and the explosive possibly could have killed the whole platoon. The guy end up asking his sergeant or colonel. He end up asking him like, "Hey, is it possible? I should take this shot." The colonel tell him no. Like, "Hey, we got 2 people on the ground. It's actually too close." He's still saying, "Look, you worried about 2 guys, but it's 40 y'all down there. Do should I take the shot?" My question to y'all, Stacks Curry, I want you to go first. Do you think he should have taken that shot, or would you have taken that shot if that was you?
As the soldier or the guy giving the order.
Excuse me, I'm
talking
about the guy taking the shot.
Yeah,
would you have taken the shot?
I'm saying,
Stacks?
yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if I would have took the shot though on that set because it's humanity like in it. Like, damn man, like I say this shot, I'm gonna kill my guys. But if I don't, I'm gonna fuck up the mission. You feel me? So like, can you live with that you gotta, you know what I'm saying, collateral damage? So I say yeah, because it's part of the job.
T, what you think? T, would you have? He said no. He said he's in the middle.
For me, see, he's saying yeah now. That's what I'm saying. He said yeah. So for me, I wouldn't have took the shot so early.
Now you gotta think about it because I'm doing my mission.
Yeah, but look though, I don't feel like I would have. If I was him, I wouldn't have took the shot that soon. He seemed real adamant about taking that shot, even when the dude was telling him like, "Wait, we don't have enough intel." He had his finger on the button, like he was too pressed to take the shot. I feel like he just wanted to blow some shit up, like he just like blowing shit up because he was pressed. Like, nah, I would have waited. I'd have gave him a fighting chance. He didn't even get a dude a chance to even try to save his man. What you feel about that, yo?
That's what I'm saying. It's the human in you.
If it was me taking a shot, I would have took it without a second hesitation.
Everybody the fuck up.
He wants to see shit blow up.
Jesus, petty.
And collateral damage.
That's collateral damage?
Of course he took the shot, Reg. He drinking out of Green Bay Packers cup. They care about nobody.
Without it, so man, listen. I would have took that.
If it was me, let me say this. I feel like him taking the shot was kind of like, I feel like you feel, T. He was too amped up to do it. Like you ain't even get him dudes a chance to actually like. Let's try, but you gotta also remember he was basically saying like, hey, it's 40 of y'all versus 2 of them, and if I don't take out this truck, it's possibly y'all can get him. So I mean, you had to take that into consideration.
That's why, I would have took the shot.
He was very inhuman. Like he's inhuman. Like he was a numbers guy. You know what I'm saying? He looking at the numbers. He's not looking at the live. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like it. I don't like that.
But let me ask you this. That's kind of a segue into my next question. Do y'all feel like he was a little too calm for that job? Because I don't care where you shooting somebody from, whether it's from a drone, sniper, or on the ground. Do you think that type of person would have been a little too, like you said, he's looking at the numbers? Is he too calm for that job? T.
I feel like he would have been a better soldier. If they would have trained him to be on the ground as a soldier, he would have did better because he's a numbers guy and like he don't have no remorse because he did that shit with no remorse. If he was on the field smoking niggas like that, then that's a job well done. But you behind a desk doing this shit, bro. So you're not even experiencing what they're experiencing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So he was
Basically
more of a
playing like
numbers
fake
guy.
God.
I don't know. Weird ass. Yeah, he was too calm. He was too relaxed.
Hey, yo, what you think? You think he was too calm for that type of job? To be about to kill somebody?
Are you really gonna? What if? All right, so what if all 40 of them would have died? Then what? Should he then kill the 2 people? I think he should have killed them. Shit, 2 is
You don't think he should have
easy
gave him a
man,
chance?
huh?
You don't
He
think
didn't
he
even give
did
him
it
a
too
fighting chance, though,
prematurely?
yo.
Huh?
Yeah, he didn't
But
even
he knew
His
but he a
leg,
numbers
he
guy.
couldn't run. He could. You remember he got shot in the leg. He couldn't run anyway.
No.
He would have
The
had to
captain
drag him.
dude was about to try to get him.
He
The
couldn't
captain was
do it.
about to try to get
He
him,
wouldn't be
but
able
he
to do
pressed the
it.
button. The
You
other
ever
dude told
dragged
him,
dead
"Don't press
weight
the
before? You can't do that.
huh."
Where
And
he
You
shoot
ever
wasn't,
him
you
nigga.
dragged
gotta
dead weight
remember,
before?
the,
Ain't
the
gonna happen.
guy who was shot in the leg, he wasn't dead weight. He's
He
still
couldn't
that
lift his
dude.
own self.
He never
He
shot
couldn't.
in the neck
Basically, he
yet.
couldn't lift his own self. Is what I'm saying. The dude would have had to grab him and carry him all the way there. Ain't gonna happen.
But he in behind the drum. Go ahead, Red. My
I'm
bad.
trying to, and in a way, I see what you're saying. It's gonna be like a struggle. It ain't gonna be just easy. Throw somebody over my
He
back.
ain't about to, yeah, he ain't about to do that.
What?
Let them try to struggle.
Nah.
But here's the thing though. My thing is this. Also into another question. Who do y'all feel like was more concerning? Because basically the captain or the guy that he disobeyed the order from, he was worried about everybody. Cool, I understand that. But he was willing to let everybody die for the sake of 2 guys. Is it in a way that you might can feel like the drone pilot dude was more concerning than the captain was? Hey yo, do you think in the possibility that the drone fighter or the guy who was flying the drone, did he actually have more
That's
concern?
what I think he was trying to do. Save everybody instead of let everybody die for those 2 people.
Y'all
What
ain't
do
shit.
you feel? How you feel?
Y'all not shit. First of all, that's how I feel. Y'all ain't shit. Secondly, because I know you agree with him, Reg. I see it in your eyes.
It's a job though. I
no,
agree.
listen though,
I agree
listen
with
though.
AO though. I agree with AO.
Listen to y'all. I hate to be in the line of fire. You niggas is not gonna give me a chance. You niggas is not gonna give me a chance. Y'all gonna just let me
If you
Since you
go.
on the opposite end, let me say we gonna hear you out.
This is what I mean. This is why I'm on the opposite end. This is why I'm on the opposite end because I paid attention to
Nah. Watch it. Not over.
Listen though, Keith, hold up, Keith.
Hold up, Keith.
Nah,
Keith, hold on, Keith.
No, hold on, let him talk.
So listen, the dude who was giving the orders, he said don't fire yet because we don't have enough intel. He wasn't just saying like, nah, let them niggas, try to get out. He kept saying it was a truck with missiles. There was no proof of that, even though the dude, later on said it was, but it was no substantial proof. So the captain is doing his job. If there's no proof and we can't tell, and I don't see that on the screen, give these dudes a fighting chance. So he's still showing concern because he's giving them a chance to save each other. Now, if it was proof that truck was holding missiles or whatever, I'm pretty sure he would have been like fired down on their ass. Agree? Disagree? What?
Dax, what was you about to say?
I was saying that basically I'm about to say I agree with AO part 1 or 2 shoulders with a dude got shot in the leg. He had to carry him and all this. Like only why I'm saying that because T don't remember. Now listen to this though, T. Hey T, don't you remember when we was a drunken Lotus and you tried to carry myself? Like that's a lot of dead weight.
But did I do it? Did I do it?
Yeah, to a certain extent.
I had the chance to do it. I ain't let the big broad kidnap you. I did it. Exactly. Give me a chance.
So all right, but now that's but imagine carrying me in war. Like we want to kill them.
But it's 2 of them. The dude who shot the leg can hobble, but they can still drag the dude.
What is this?
What you was about to say, Red?
Ain't no hobble when you get shot.
What?
How you know? You been shot,
bro. That's right, probably burning.
If he could hobble, I think he would have did it.
Nah.
Well, no.
Right there.
The guy shot in the leg. Yeah. But the guy shot in the neck, they was gonna have to drag him. They was gonna have to really drag him. Yeah.
2 of them. What you about to say though, Reg? Who you agree with? I want to know.
Hold up. Let me say this. I agree with both of y'all to a certain extent because, like I said, I feel like he shouldn't have shot as fast. I feel like he should have gave them that chance to get just a little bit closer and to see if they can actually attempt. Because he with 38 dudes, if 10 dudes come and grab 10 dudes came and grabbed them, they could have got them out of the way soon enough. But at the same time, somebody is firing down on them, and because somebody is firing down on them, it's a potential they might get shot. And now it went from us trying to save 2 dudes to us trying to save 4 dudes. So
back to your question: who was more concerned?
Who was more concerned? I feel like the sergeant was the captain. I don't feel like the drone. I feel like the drone pilot was able to kill without remorse at that time. Huh?
Gang, yeah. Look, gang, Capricorn. Yeah.
That was a red.
I'm separating the light skin team thing. Light skin niggas, I'm tired of y'all sticking together. Come on over.
We gonna go a little further and keep going through the movie. Now, after he killed them, of course he showed just a tad bit of remorse. He ended up going up and getting I guess a discipline hearing. He disobeyed both of his goddamn superior officers. Now, none of us has never been in the military, but I watch a lot of military movies. Do y'all think he should have been, quote unquote, I guess a court-martial is when you get punished and get kicked out of the military. Do y'all think
locked up?
Do y'all think he should have been punished a whole lot more severely for actually like disobeying both his officers and killing 2 of his his fellow Marine guy? Tioma,
well,
you feel like
I'm about to stop talking anyway.
Huh?
I feel like the punishment fit the crime. I don't feel like they should have court-martialed him because he did save 38 other people. You know what I'm saying? And he was right about the missiles being in the truck. So you gotta take that into account too. So court-martial, I feel like that would have been a little harsh. I don't know.
Hey yo, do you feel like he should have been disciplined a little more?
Yeah, for killing 2 people, I think so.
You said you would have killed them yourself.
Yeah, he fucked up
but I
family
didn't say I
lives.
shouldn't be punished for it.
How that
I
work?
didn't say I shouldn't be punished for it though. I said,
can I ask y'all a question? Can I ask you a question real quick?
Did I
Then
ever
we gonna
say
hop
I
back into
shouldn't
your
be punished
question.
for it?
What's that?
Hold on, Ayo. Let me ask you a question, y'all. So, if it was me, I'm shot in the neck. Y'all gonna blow me the fuck up, or
No,
y'all
we
gonna
not.
You're a lost cause, my brother.
Thank you for letting me know. I'm gonna break in your house.
In your
Kill
neck.
TV, nigga.
In your
You
neck.
not doing
Ain't
movie
nobody,
reviews
hold
no
on.
more.
Listen, ain't nobody dragging your big ass nowhere, so
You gonna be playing basketball in Pelican Bay.
you know how to do that, B. Who dragging you?
So
Who gonna
you
drag
go to
you?
the gym every day, B. You can't drag me. You and Red
No.
can drag me. You
No.
can grab my feet.
Hold up.
No, Ray,
Yo,
you
Ray,
drag you.
I'm not. You know, I disagree with them. I'm not gonna leave.
But how you gonna drag T?
That's why you my man.
I ain't say I was gonna leave him.
You gonna drag
I
him?
said maybe we'll
nothing.
just die together, bro.
And moving on about his life.
All y'all
We
can
already
die
heard
together,
that.
And
He's
now,
gonna
unless
shoot
you
in
want
the
me to
air
finish you, like you know
to
how
make it look like he's shooting at the enemies. He's gonna shoot in the air and he's gonna dip out. He's gonna let off 2 in the air.
Hey,
I said,
let's
bro,
not
you
get.
just want me to kill
I
you
don't want
now.
to get
Oh yeah,
stuck
y'all.
on
Hold
this
on. Get back to
one.
the track. Get back on
No,
track.
hold
Get
up.
back on track. Get back on
Yeah,
track.
because I don't want to get stuck on this one joint because it's about to be some friendships breaking up over that one. It's gonna be a lot of friendships breaking up over that one scenario.
Hey, I'm looking at niggas different through the camera lens, man.
So as they continue to get in the movie, basically, they end up, he end up going into service or going into the battlefield. So and you know how they feel like if he go into the battlefield, maybe he would feel, maybe he would, understand combat. So, it turns out that the guy, Anthony Mackie, actually requested his detail. My problem with that is, turns out that Anthony Mackie was a robot. Now, I guess I didn't pay attention to the first time I watched it, but the second time I watched it, and I realized I was wondering, should he have been surprised that Anthony Mackie was a robot when he walked past 50 robots and dog like? Would you have been surprised that Oh, you like this? When I just walked past a bunch of other robots, was it surprising that Anthony Mackie was a robot? T, how you feel?
Nah, I kind of knew he was a robot because I'm good at like picking apart movies, so I kind of knew he was a robot. But if I was in Slim's shoes, I wouldn't have been surprised. Look at the day and age they in.
Yeah,
like
that was
supposedly it was
2030.
the future.
Yeah, it was in year 2000. Yeah, 2036.
Hey yo, how you feel? Do you think he should have been surprised? Because he acted real.
I would have been surprised. I mean,
You see
those
what
wasn't the
Siobhan
same
said?
kind of robot.
Yeah, I was going to read it afterward.
Those
Go ahead.
Those wasn't the same kind of robot, so I definitely would have been surprised. I ain't never seen no robot with the skin like that. I was surprised when I was looking at it.
To me,
you feel like he should have been surprised?
Yeah,
no. I was surprised that he was a robot. I'm thinking like he was like an enhanced soldier, like off the Terminator, like the newest Terminator. When the girl, she's human, but she was just enhanced. So I thought he was just enhanced, but he was a real live cyborg. So it did fuck me up, like saying he was a real cyborg. Because when you think of like a real cyborg, I think of like Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator. Like you could tell like the way he act. Oh yeah, he's a machine.
Yeah, he did.
But the way he acted, he didn't act like a machine.
Because they gave him
he acted regular.
binary sensory. He got binary sensory, so he has feelings.
Yeah. So Siobhan said, let me ask you a question. Siobhan said she think the punishment should have been to teach him how not to. She put down here disobey a command. The commander. So basically, she feel like his punishment should have been more for something to teach him not to disobey his I guess superior officer.
For killing 2 people?
He said, yeah, you should have been surprised.
But still, he saved 38 people.
Huh?
He still killed 2 people.
He did. He still killed 2 people. I
don't
think
the nigga who said he had killed 2 people.
You said what?
There's the dude who said he had killed 2 people.
I ain't saying I shouldn't get punished. I'm just saying.
Hey. But far as like sci-fi movies go dealing with robots and stuff, this was like bottom of the tier. Like it wasn't enough. He wasn't a badass robot. Yeah. Like most movies, when the dude is cyborg, he like that. He was like he didn't display nothing until like near the end.
I feel that way too. Siobhan said, yeah, he should have been surprised because the other robots basically looked robotic. Yeah, somewhat, but I feel like with me, I feel like if I'm walking past a bunch of robots and then this dude a robot, I would have been like, oh, it's normal. Like this is the time we live in.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been surprised. Yeah. That's why I said it's supposed to be the future.
Yeah.
But wasn't he? He was the only kind though. Like he was the first of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But what had surprised me was how this one would have surprised me, Reg. How human like he was. He had feelings. His responses, things like that. He was so much like a human. That's what would have surprised. Not the part about him being a robot.
Yeah.
One of the other questions I wanted to ask based off of that. When you got remember after they finished talking or whatever, and they said they're leaving out by dawn. As they head into the Jeep, they see some other military personnel. What they was smacking the robot with the butt of their hand, and they said, one of the reasons why they was mad because they said the robots were taking their job. But I wonder, like, if you all was really in charge of the military or really had a say so in the government, would you actually want to keep using humans to go into harm's way, or would you actually prefer to put more robots out there? Hey, yo, what do you think?
Yes, I would prefer to put more robots out there, so I ain't got to explain myself about situations like
Steve, how you feel?
Believe it or not, I actually agree with L. I have nothing else to say. I agree. I totally fucking agree.
Thanks, Curry.
He wouldn't save me.
I agree.
You agree? You agree? So you
What
basically,
about you?
Yeah.
what was your basically you agreeing that they should put a what? I'm confused.
Oh my, nah, more robots out there.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there like you mad. I'm this having them robots out there would have prevent from the beginning of the movie
Uh-huh.
the
And
accident.
think about this, Red. If you got the robots out there, you ain't gotta worry about niggas like Ayo leaving you out there to die. The robots gonna save you. So shit, thousands and thousands of robots. It's gonna always go back to that. He done started some shit there. Every question you ask gonna eat back.
Yeah, because the
leaving me out
robot don't
there.
have no conscience. They don't have no conscience, no
Yeah, they
feelings, or
gonna just
nothing.
save
The
you.
robot is set
Yeah, they
to
just
do
gonna
their
save
job.
you.
Like if you program the robot to do their job, they gonna do their job.
Well, I guess that kind of was like true for false because the movie actually showed you that ain't always the case.
They gonna backstab you. That always happen. Every robot movie they backstab us.
Especially a black robot.
as they kept going on, as the movie persisted, movie continued. They're driving along in the car. One of the parts of the movie that I kind of was confused at, and I think I was like, really? What really like made me laugh for the movie is when he got to asking him about his girlfriend. He got to ask him, "Oh, when you getting married at?" And he's telling him all this stuff, and he's talking about his girlfriend. Did any one of y'all found it funny that in 2036 somebody's actually walking around with a picture of their girlfriend in their pocket? Stacks, how you feel? We know how you feel. Like, but we want to listen to you talk. Do you find it confusing that in 2036 somebody's actually walking around with a picture of their girlfriend in their pocket?
Yeah, that's they try to make the movie have like an old school army thing. You know how all army movies, even old school army movies, like with soldiers go off, they always had pictures of their family, their kids, and stuff like that. So it's like 2036 is just like it's still the same thing how the army was back in the 1900s. Like it's still the same.
Okay.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like they gotta still keep that same
Nigga
concept.
don't even know about the
saying
1900s.
like, oh yeah, soldier. He by himself. He got his
We
girl
Captain
picture,
America.
looking at his picture, thinking from time to time. Huh?
I always laugh at.
He say he not American.
I said you think you Captain America from the 1900s.
I'm a
Yeah,
19.
you get your ass out of here with this picture,
Yeah.
black and white picture. Let me tell you this: I ain't walking around with no picture because once you join the army, females be cheating. So
All army movies
ain't no
do
need for
that
me-
though. Even
ain't no need
even the
for me
army
walking around
movie
with no
King
picture.
Kong, like
Do you think that though? I'm not walking around with that picture.
So
No.
you find it strange that he walking around in a picture in 2036?
Yeah, I feel like it's strange to be walking around with a picture of her now. Once you join the army, it's over. Joining the army just like going to jail. Once you in there, you go ahead, count your losses, dog.
Hey,
Leave it alone.
I'm not far. Hey, yo,
basically just cut the bitch off and let the bitch hold.
I don't want to call her that.
That's being disrespectful. Being disrespectful.
Yeah, I don't agree with you. That was Fat Curry, lady.
Did you feel like it was strange?
Hold on, Fat.
Did you feel like it was strange that he walking around with a picture of a girlfriend in there?
Yeah, and I felt like he was broke too because it's 2037. Why you don't have a phone? You don't have a phone and show him pictures like that. Everybody got a phone now.
He didn't have a phone. He didn't have a phone.
He didn't have nothing.
Why they ain't got a phone?
He gave me
the movie is very confusing.
He gave me living.
I didn't have a phone.
But you gotta understand, this 2036 Civil War though. This is Civil War.
Bro, I got an Android.
No, you still don't
you can get an Android.
You can get a Cricket.
It's only war over.
I got a Cricket, bro.
Place is war now. The only thing is different that you got robots. I think that's all. What you say, T?
I said I got a Cricket. Ayo was making jokes about Cricket. It's a very loyal phone service.
will give you a free phone when the new iPhone.
When we had that earthquake, my phone was the only phone working, and it was a Cricket.
You don't get a free phone. He couldn't get a free phone. They'll give you a free phone if you sign up with their plan.
I don't want it.
Get a free phone.
I don't want it.
Hold up. The only reason Cricket was working with the earthquake because it was only 5 people that had him. Y'all look at him. Like, no.
He just was with me, bro. I see what Josh talking about, man. I told y'all.
Nigga, switch your birthday.
Listen, behind this camera lens, I'm seeing a lot of truth come out, man. It's cool. When I see y'all, I'm slapping y'all. When I see y'all, I know what to do.
Let's go. I'm gonna move you along before we get for the Homeboy Conversation Network be over. So as they keep going, they go through the movie. They end up in I guess it's a medical. Actually, they get into a fight. Actually, a turned over vehicle. But then they finally make it to their destination, which is at a hospital for the resistance. When they get into the hospital, they actually encounter an assassin. A guy tried to kill him. He ended up shooting the assassin and, trying to pull out information from the guy who was trying to assassinate him. Afterwards, he ended up leaving the assassin with the rebels, on the other side. And basically they killed him. As Anthony Mackie and the guy walks out to the truck, the guy seemed disturbed that, he seemed kind of disturbed that Anthony Mackie shot this guy and just left him there. Do y'all feel like it was strange that a guy who just felt like 2 other individuals or 2 Americans was collateral damage, yet he had some type of concern for the assassin who was just trying to kill him? T, how you feel?
First of all, that's an excellent question. Secondly,
thank you.
Nah, for real. Secondly, yeah, that was strange. I feel like that was strange because how can you do something like what you did, yet feel remorse for the enemy? But you had no remorse for the 2 dudes that you blew the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. Numbers.
Stocks Curry, how do you feel? Stocks Curry, how you feel?
Bro,
are you here?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you now because y'all going in and out. I don't know what's wrong with my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi tripping on my phone, bro.
You got a Cricket.
That's my T-Mobile.
Actually, my Cricket working great. My Cricket holding strong. Nah, tripping.
So
don't keep going on my Cricket, bro.
Stocks Curry.
Chill out, man.
Now, what's the question, Red? Look, you got me all thinking about his Cricket and my T-Mobile. I'm just like mad at T-Mobile now.
So, Stocks Curry, did you feel like it was strange that he seemed to have remorse for the enemy, but he didn't have remorse for killing the 2 soldiers that was on the battlefield?
Because it's easy to pull the trigger behind the desk. You know what I'm saying? Now we got in the battlefield, I guess he probably that was his first time in the field, so he couldn't really now you saying this shit really happening and doing the shooting. He said, damn, he couldn't go through with it, or some shit like that. It just hard to explain that little scene right there. It threw me off.
It threw me off.
He made it so easy when he behind the desk, but when he out there on the field, it's different.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Injustice.
Hey yo, how did you feel, Ayo?
I feel like, it was strange, but seeing how as the movie went along, I feel like he started getting soft anyway. Starts realizing he started, getting
been in the field.
He started saving people and stuff and running behind stuff. He actually started getting in the field and saving. So it was more or less he was going down that road, and that's why he felt like that. He started after he got in the field, he seen it from the other way, and he, that's why he felt like that to me. Because
so he started being more remorseful.
Yeah, you seen him try to save the people out the building. Then the lady, when they dropped the bomb, told her to run in the building and stuff. When they sent the drone out there, you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all that. He started he seen it from the other way. So I feel like it was strange, but I seen him going down that road.
But did you at one point did you feel like he was starting to see stuff different the part before him and Jeremy Mackey, matter of fact, right after that. And he actually ended up going to the orphanage. When he got to the orphanage, actually talking about it, listening to the lady talk, but he seen Anthony Mackie buy the weapons from the lady, and then all of a sudden he started calculating, oh, we're doing this? Like this is not protocol. Then it seemed kind of strange. Now he was worried about protocol, but before, he said he's some guy that's basically a rebel. Like, did it strike you as strange, that all of a sudden he was concerned that the dude was buying guns to potentially help them further their mission?
Yeah, all that was. It was like he was getting. I don't know. He was throwing me off in certain parts of the movie. I'm like, why? How you gonna do this and you did that? But exactly. I guess that's who he was. Like
because he hit that field.
And there are other situations he want to be.
I feel like I don't even feel like.
Hold up, T. What would you say, AO?
I said sometimes he want to be cold and calculated. I forgot what I said. I ain't
you need to smoke weed this night.
Nah, it's because I heard them and then I forgot it.
To be honest with y'all, I feel like he wasn't. I don't think he was getting more remorseful. Now looking back at it, I feel like he was more of a black and white type guy. Is this way or is that way? Whenever there was a gray area, that's when he had a problem. When he blew those two dudes up, he knew I'm saving this many lives so I can sacrifice that many lives. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Now, when they had the assassin dude, it was let's call it in because now we have an enemy and we can use that to our advantage. That's black, that's white, you know what I'm saying? But when he decided to leave him with the enemy, that's a gray area. So now I have a problem with it. When they went to the hospital, it's let's do this, let's do that. But you selling or buying weapons from her, which is not black and white. So it's a gray area. So now I have a problem with that. So he got problems with gray areas. But if it's clear cut, he don't have a problem with it.
Good.
Like when she went out there and was like, you see your work, what you did. These kids are orphans because of, what you did. And then that's when he got his remorse. Because before that, like I said, he's a black and white type character. It's either this way or that way. If it's in between, it's a problem. He doesn't understand that because he sits behind that desk. I'm done.
No, I agree with Tim on that part. That's how he is. Like black and white. If it's gray, man, he lost. Like now I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm just gotta do something. But like I said, he get in the movie, like when he was sitting back and he's sitting behind that desk is easier. Like boom, I'm sitting behind the desk, I got the numbers, boom, I'm just about to go kill these two dudes, all boom. Leave it as that. But when he out there on the field now, he gotta make judgment like in person type shit. Like now he's just going off like not even experience, he's just going off like his adrenaline rush, like off his feelings, like right then and there, instead of just being behind the desk and chilling and know what the mission is and what we gotta do. Now he gotta make his own decision on it. Like, can he really live with the right or wrong situation?
Okay. Siobhan evidently she agreed with you. I disagree with you most time, but evidently you got a fan, so we're gonna let her comment. She agreed, feel like she agreed with you on that one. Yeah, but I think at that point it threw me off. It threw me for a loop. It's like, listen, if we're about breaking rules, following our own orders, that's what we're gonna do. Like you can't be one way or the other. I understand what you're saying. It's like a black and white thing, but it's like Slim, regardless of how you see it, is you going against one or the other. We on this, we in this gray area always. If it's based off of you making your own decision, we're always walking in that gray area, in my opinion. So I feel like he shouldn't have had a problem with it. I feel like you should have been like let's do it. This is what we doing. I guess that's kind of like sending me into my next question. As you notice, they end up buying the guns. They end up going to meet up with some arms dealer. When they actually meet up with the arms dealer, they found out that he sold guns to whoever these soldiers were. The soldiers were going for the nuclear codes, which was going to take him to the nuclear missiles. When he, as soon as Anthony Mackie, they driving through the city, Anthony Mackie began to explain more of the mission to him. Then he found out from Anthony Mackie that he is actually the one breaking all the orders, and Anthony Mackie is actually just following Lee. At least that's how he makes it appear. Stocks Curry. At that point, do you feel like once he tells you, hey, look, you the one actually breaking all the rules? You know what I'm saying? Do you think
because he's not programmed to do that? Yeah. On that scene, he wasn't programmed to make the decisions that Anthony Mackie, his character, right?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't at that time. At that time, this is before he pulled out the tracking device. At that time, he explained to the guy that I'm actually following your orders. I can't go unless you command me to. He said, if you tell me to stop now.
But he manipulated him to do his dirt though.
Well, I'm asking you, would you?
He asked you a question. Let him ask.
Do you feel like he should have at that point said, no, I'm going my own. We stop the car. Let's go back. Do you feel like he should have made that choice on his own? Do you feel like he's seen enough? Think about it. Do you feel like he's seen Anthony Mackie do enough that let him know that Anthony Mackie is actually going opposite of what we actually supposed to be doing? Anthony Mackie tricked him when it came to the hospital. He left the dude. He ended up buying the guns when it came to the orphanage. Now we right here. We up here been whooping some other guys. At this point, now we're trying to find the nuclear code. Do you think at this point he probably should have used his own judgment?
Yeah, he should have used his own judgment if he already felt like shit was not going the right way for their mission. Like you just felt like he put in them all right, we doing this, but then he added more shit to it. So I feel like he should have used his own judgment to take more control of it. But like I said, he never been on the field to actually to handle that type of pressure. As the first time person on the field doing that type of mission. And he always been a desk guy.
I disagree. I disagree with that only because Anthony Mackie had him doing enough stuff to where he couldn't turn back. He had no option to turn back because he said,
he dug the whole
I
deep
can't go back. Hold on, Keith. He said, I can't go back and say this, that, and the third without you vouching for me. Anthony Mackie was not going to vouch for him. So now I got you doing so much dirt, or I done tricked you into cooperating with me so much that now if we go back, all I got to do is say, you commanded me to do all this, and you're going to jail or whatever the punishment is going to be. So now you have no other choice but to
he worked him a nigga.
But you
that
said
nigga
he should have used his own judgment. He didn't have no choice. He had his own judgment was off the table. It's either you're gonna try to fight me and stop me, or you're gonna keep moving on with this motherfucking mission.
You know he can't stop him.
Exactly. That's my point.
Stop him.
So,
you right though. You right.
How you feel about that, L?
He wasn't experienced, man.
Rez, can you ask the question one more time?
I want to know when Jeremy Mackie basically explained to him that and where I get Jeremy Mackie from? I don't know why. There got to be somebody. I'm gonna look it up.
That's a football player. That's a football player.
Jeremy Macklin. That's a football player.
Yeah, Jeremy Macklin is a football
Jeremy
player.
Macklin.
It's Anthony.
Yeah, I'm tripping. But do you think once he let his subordinate know that you are actually the one breaking all the rules, I can't do anything unless you allow it. If you say stop right now and let's go back, I have to follow your order. Do you think at that time he should have questioned everything? I guess use his own judgment at that time.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Did Jeremy Mackie do enough wrong to make you want to follow your own judgment?
Anthony, folks. Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony. Call him Falcon. Fuck it. His name is Falcon.
Honestly, when I was looking at that thing, I would have told him to stop. I think they were getting in too deep, especially if somebody tell me I'm the one breaking all the rules.
Can I tell you?
But you know you got to do it before.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you?
You got to do it before we stop it right then and there.
Hold on, Keith. Can I ask you, AO? So you tell him to stop, and let's go back, right? When y'all go back, you're getting blamed for every crime that was committed, not him, because he said that. So all he has to do is say, "You told him to do these things."
Who
You're
they gonna
getting the
believe, me
blame.
Or
robot?
loud.
They gonna believe the robot. They gonna believe the robot because he's
The
programmed to
robot's
follow your
programmed
orders.
to follow orders.
Well,
So they
this
gonna
is my
definitely
turn
believe the
today, and
robot.
I'm going back, nigga.
Your ass going to
I'm
jail.
going to fucking back.
Yeah, you going to jail,
Your ass
AO.
going to
They gonna say, all
jail.
right, what happened? And then you gotta give them that
Well,
report. They say, well, you've been
according to
fucking
me,
up
y'all
since
would
you
have been
started this
dead,
mission.
so.
I hope you got some. I hope you
you
got
right.
some drones in jail because your
Huh?
ass is going to jail.
And I'm
I
still
hope
not
you
gonna
got a
save you
drone
from the
station
jail
in the jail.
cell.
But you're going to jail.
I'm pushing the
Going
red
to fucking
button.
jail.
But let me ask y'all this then. Then once you came to the realization, okay, y'all going, he tell you, he manipulates you, which I feel like it's manipulation. When he tell them that the Russians got the signal that can track his failsafe, so they want him, Anthony Mackie want him to cut the failsafe out of his back. Would you at this point try to question it? Because it's like, if that's the case, then they've been already tracking us. At this point, shouldn't you have questioned it? Would any of you would have felt like y'all would have cut out his failsafe or whatever the tracker was? T, how you feel?
No, I think that happened before he told him the truth about everything. Because when he told the truth about everything, he was like, "I took this out, I did this, I did that for you." That wasn't before.
No,
I mean, he didn't take that out before. So that don't make sense to take your tracker out after you done told me I'm the one that's doing everything.
Yeah, but because because at the first part he was telling them that we're going after the guy Victor Kovo. So he was like, if we don't keep going, Victor Kovo is going to get the codes and he's going to send off these nuclear warheads to America. But if you stop right now, whoever the captain was back, or whoever the commander was back at the the behind the wire, he don't believe in this type of stuff. So he told him that you the one disobeying all the orders. And then when they got to the bank, that's when he asked them to cut it out for him.
Now you said, do I feel like he should have still did it?
Like you feel like at that point would you have questioned anything, or you just followed along again?
I would have questioned everything, but I would have had to follow along because I'm already up Sixth Street, so I gotta do it.
Yeah,
because it's too late now. It's too late now. I might as well let him finish out the mission and try to reconcile it afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it.
You feel like it's too late? Did you think you would have questioned anything? How would you feel?
Now I had to question it, but like T said, like he dug himself too deep in the hole already. And not to like, all right, now I'm questioning shit. Like you should have had this shit from the stop before the mission, or the wars like the beginning of the mission. Like why we having all these different changes and shit now? Like you know what I'm saying? He dug himself in a deep ass hole. Like you might as well just keep the shit going.
Hey yo, how you feel? You feel like you would have questioned it, or you would have just followed the order?
I would have questioned it on our way back to the precinct. And he would have been going to the
At least you know you going to jail.
You basically saying you wouldn't have got that far, right? You basically saying you wouldn't have got that far.
Yeah, but if he would have told me that while we was going back, I was like, okay, and whatever.
Yeah, I think
he mad fucking him. He was mad fucking him like shit.
He was. But I feel like, again, one of the things why he said, he was like, man, I chose you because you think outside the. He really gave. It was one of those those constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? Or what somebody would say, a backhand compliment. I picked you because I needed somebody who could think outside the box. Basically, I'm complimenting you that you can think outside the box, yet you are actually doing everything contrary to what the Army told you supposed to be doing. So it's like a backhand
Green.
compliment at that point, huh?
I said he was greener than Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah, he definitely was. So as they continue on, they end up into a battle. He end up Jeremy Mackie end up getting the code. The
Anthony.
guy what'd you say?
Anthony.
Yeah.
Just keep going. I'm gonna just correct it while you keep going.
Yeah, Anthony.
Anthony Mackie ended up getting the codes. Anthony Mackie got the codes. He ended up getting close to setting off nuclear warheads. Now, Anthony Mackie reasoning behind turns out Anthony Mackie was actually the villain. His reasoning behind is because he felt like if America continued to make soldiers like him, or I guess robotic soldiers, that was going to be a never-ending war. And the reasoning behind that, he felt like he should, somebody should set these nuclear warheads off to America is for, to actually teach him a lesson. He'd be like, stop doing this. Do you think at some point do you think it was reasonable? Do you think that, let's honestly dig a little deep into American society. Do you think America would have seen a creation they created that turned against them? They would have, because I'm trying to rationalize, they would have thought to not make any more? Or would America, which we all know, would have thought to try to find a way to better the machine? I mean, what is your opinion about it, T? How do you feel America would have responded had he been successful? Basically, my question is, how do you feel like America would have responded had he been successful at least shooting off the nuclear warhead, whether it killed anybody or not?
Well, first of all, America's greedy. So, secondly, I feel like if he'd have been successful setting off the warhead, right, what would have happened was America would have came together for a while and kumbaya this, kumbaya that, and then somebody else would have came up and destroyed every fucking thing all over again because America's greedy, like I said. And these type of movies always put me in a bind because at certain points I agree with the person that's saying things like that because we are a fucked up country. And then it's like these are people that you're trying to kill. But I do get your call, but you need to figure out a better way to do it. So I feel like we would have came together for a little bit, but then it would have messed up at the end of the day.
Yeah. Stacks Curry, how you feel? Do you feel like what he was doing was kind of justified? Do you feel like he was making sense? How do you feel about it? The overall ending of the movie?
Well, basically, for Anthony Mackie character as him being the first droid, and he sees America as almost like doing fucked up shit, like starting wars or getting so much war. So if he get the code, bomb America, man, and it's endless, desistless war. Like basically, like he as a machine, he has some type of feeling about America just being a fucked up country. So you know what I'm saying. That's how I feel about his goal for getting the code to end everything that America was doing, making these super soldiers and keep this war on going. So basically, he was just a machine, babe. Had his own thoughts, his own feelings, type shit. Say, man, like it's like the basically in this war, we gotta like end ourselves, type shit. Because you gotta think about it. They.
Now I get what you're saying, but what about you, AL?
Do it. I feel like. Hey.
Put yourself in the shoes, AL.
One more saying though. But that's how in all movies though, like that.
I feel like America probably would have built better. Definitely would have built better machines. If you would have actually set them joints off, they would have did what they always do: grab the people of color to win the war.
I'm not surprised that you would say that.
You are so subtly racist. Bro. I love it. You got some racist undertones.
In my opinion, and I will wrap this up real quick. Y'all know how we ended it real quick.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I feel like with America, or just like you said, people in general, they wouldn't have seen, our computer, our computer, turned on us. Let's not do this again. They would have tried to find a way to see how they can improve on the machine. That's in everything they do. Evolution is real, and that's how they do it. Yeah, basically. So basically for the fans out there, this is the end of Homeboys Conversation for the day, like we do all the time. We wrap it up with reviews and rating the show on a few things that we feel like makes movies good or bad. So, Stacks Curry, I'm going to start with you. How predictable was the movie on a scale of 1 to 10? What you give it? Stacks Curry?
It was predictable. Like after I seen Anthony Mackie buddying this nigga up, milking him out of everything to get his goal off. Like this shit was typical. I seen it like after they started getting deep in the mission. Like it was like, all right, I know what's about to happen. I know Anthony Mackie's whole objective now.
Okay. Hey yo, how predictable was the movie from a scale of 1 to 10?
It was very predictable. It was so predictable. I was fast forwarding through it. I already knew what happened.
T, on the scale of 1 to 10, how predictable was the movie?
Is 10 being predictable?
No.
1 being not predictable?
One being.
1. It's a -0. It was very predictable.
Oh.
-1. -1, I mean.
Well,
-1.
I apologize. I didn't think it was predictable. I didn't know what was going on, and I actually would give it. I would actually give it a 10. It wasn't predictable at all. I liked it that. On the scale, I couldn't figure it out. On a scale of 1 to 10, how convincing was the storyline? Stacks Curry, I'm gonna start with you again. How predictable was how good was the storyline?
Storyline was. It was alright. It was a typical storyline in all Army Android movies. It's typical.
Okay.
T, how predictable is the storyline on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'll give it 5.
I mean, how good was the storyline? That's what I'm gonna ask.
I give it a 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey yo, how good was the storyline on a scale of 1 to 10?
2.3.
The storyline up until the end, I actually would have given it about a 6. I thought the storyline, because like I said again,
you said a 6.
Yeah, I did not see the ending coming. Real quick again, T, I'm gonna start with you. How good was the acting from the characters on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being bad, 10 being very good. T, what you think? 6. Stacks Curry.
Relax.
Yeah. Stacks Curry. Give it a 7. Hey yo, what you think? How good was the storyline?
Yeah.
How good was the actor?
I give it a 7 because I liked it. The soldier dude, I forgot Franklin. That's what I call him. I didn't like Anthony Mackie. I don't like him at a lead role. Evidently,
because I actually give it a 6. I felt like Anthony Mackie character played a good role. I didn't think the other guy just didn't move me at one part.
He was giving Snowfall vibe.
Yeah,
he's still acting like the character from Snowfall, and you're supposed to be a soldier.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Real quick, we about to wrap it up real quick. Hey yo, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good was the movie?
I give it a 4.
Give it a 4. Stacks Curry, how good was the movie?
6.
6T. How good was the movie?
I give it a 7.
7. I didn't like it too well. I actually would give it a 5. Again, just turn it on if you had nothing else to do. That was the end of our review of Outside the Wire. You can see our reviews from, other movies. Next week, y'all know what comes out tomorrow. Coming to America 2. Everybody's been waiting for it. So this is a wrap up for our 3rd edition of Homeboys Conversation. next week, make sure y'all, catch Coming to America 2. We're going to discuss it and review it next week. To everybody, peace out. Enjoy y'all week.
Peace.
Peace.